Liv Morgan sent a message before WWE SmackDown and made a claim about herself, Dominik Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley. The star had a lot to say. As reported earlier, Liv Morgan cut a big promo on Rhea Ripley and called her out. She said that she felt Ripley and her fans were just upset that Morgan's relationship with Dominik was better than Ripley's own. After feuding with Rhea Ripley over the past few months, Morgan has continued to have issues with the star, given that Ripley won't leave her alone. For Ripley, the business is far from over, as just when she is about to take her revenge, she is interrupted by the return of Raquel Rodriguez. With Rodriguez in the feud as well, Ripley finds herself quite outnumbered when it comes to going after the stars. Not only does she need to deal with Morgan and Rodriguez, but also Mysterio. That being the case, the coming few weeks should reveal more about what will happen and what she needs to do to finally get rid of them. In the world of WWE, fans are never far from a surprise social media post or a cryptic comment that adds intrigue to ongoing storylines. One superstar who knows how to keep fans on their toes is Liv Morgan. With her reputation as a firebrand and fan favorite, she stirred the pot once again, this time with a brief yet pointed 5-word message on social media ahead of SmackDown, hinting at her views on the controversial alliance between Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio. On her Twitter account, Morgan shared a short but evocative message just before the start of SmackDown. It's all about the game. Though brief, these words immediately had fans buzzing with speculation. Who exactly was the message aimed at? Was it just a general sentiment, or did it carry a deeper meaning? Given the context, many fans quickly began to suspect this was a subtle shot at Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio, two of WWE's most polarizing figures at the moment. The phrase, "it's all about the game," can be taken in multiple ways. For WWE fans, it's a line synonymous with Triple H, whose entrance theme, "The Game," has defined his character for years. But in this case, Morgan's message hints that she sees through any mind games being played by Ripley and Dominik. It's possible she's reminding them, and perhaps the entire WWE roster, that she knows the nature of the game they're playing and that she's ready to call them out. To fully grasp the significance of Morgan's message, we need to consider the history between her and Rhea Ripley. As former tag team partners, they had shared mutual respect and ambition, forming a formidable alliance in the women's tag division. Their partnership brought out a new level of intensity in both of them, but it also revealed contrasting philosophies. Liv Morgan, with her relentless drive and underdog spirit, contrasted sharply with Ripley's cold, merciless aggression. The breakup of their partnership was more than just an end to a tag team. It was symbolic of their divergent paths. Ripley's turn to the dark side, joining the Judgment Day, solidified her status as a heel, aligning with Dominik Mysterio, who became a controversial yet central figure. This evolution in their characters set the stage for a potential rivalry that fans would love to see reignited. Morgan's cryptic tweet suggests that she's kept a close eye on Ripley's trajectory since their split. From Ripley's manipulative hold over Dominik to her often ruthless tactics, Morgan's comment may indicate she's ready to step back into the spotlight and confront her former ally. By calling out Ripley and Dominik's game, Morgan might be signaling her intention to challenge them, reigniting the rivalry and, perhaps, bringing an extra level of intensity to the women's division. Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio have become one of WWE's most controversial and talked-about alliances. Ripley, with her punk rock aesthetic and unapologetically fierce attitude, has been instrumental in Dominik's transformation from the fresh-faced son of Rey Mysterio to a villainous member of the Judgment Day. Together, they've garnered both disdain and intrigue from fans. Ripley's dominance and control over Dominik create a dynamic that's difficult to ignore. That relationship is more than just a partnership, it's a power play that blurs the lines between loyalty and control. Ripley seems to pull the strings in Dominik's career, guiding his every step and influencing his decisions. This relationship has given her a unique edge, but it's also left her vulnerable to challengers who see through her manipulative tactics. Morgan's message may suggest that she recognizes the fragile nature of Ripley's alliance with Dominik. Could she be aiming to expose the cracks in their partnership? Liv's resilience and determination would certainly make her a formidable opponent for both Ripley and Dominik, especially if she's able to exploit any weaknesses in their dynamic. Liv Morgan has consistently been one of WWE's most tenacious superstars, beloved for her never-say-die attitude and willingness to take on anyone who challenges her. Despite her size disadvantage and the obstacles she's faced in her career, Morgan has managed to win the admiration of fans with her passionate performances and fearless persona. After sustaining injuries and taking time off, fans have been eagerly awaiting her return. Morgan's tweet could be seen as a way of re-establishing herself in the competitive women's division, signaling that she's ready to make an impact. A rivalry with Rhea Ripley, who now holds a pivotal role in WWE's storylines, would provide Morgan with the perfect opportunity to reclaim her spot. The message hints that she's unafraid of the game Ripley is playing, and that she might even be prepared to play it better. If Morgan does return with her sights set on Ripley and Dominik, it would add an exciting new layer to WWE's programming. Morgan's history with Ripley and her underdog appeal would make for a compelling storyline, pitting her against one of WWE's most feared female superstars. Fans would undoubtedly rally behind Morgan, cheering for her as she attempts to dismantle the Ripley-Dominik alliance from the inside. With Survivor Series and Royal Rumble approaching, WWE often ramps up the drama to create storylines that will carry into the major events. If Liv Morgan is indeed gearing up for a comeback, her challenge to Ripley and Dominik could become one of SmackDown's most engaging plots. Morgan's message implies that she's willing to play the long game, which could mean fans are in for an extended rivalry that builds in intensity each week. This storyline could also allow WWE to further explore the psychological angle between Ripley, Dominik, and their detractors. Ripley's character is defined by her mind games and manipulation, but Morgan's fearless and scrappy demeanor would make her a difficult target. Her tweet might be her way of letting Ripley know she's ready for whatever game comes her way and that she's prepared to fight back. Predictably, WWE fans took to social media to discuss Morgan's cryptic message, with many expressing excitement at the possibility of a showdown between her and Ripley. Some fans have speculated that Morgan could be aiming to join forces with another WWE star, like Bianca Belair or Becky Lynch, to take down Ripley and Dominik. Others have suggested that Morgan may go solo, taking on Ripley one-on-one in a quest to prove she's still a force to be reckoned with. The potential for a Morgan-Ripley rivalry also taps into a larger theme within WWE, the clash between light and dark, underdog and powerhouse. Liv Morgan represents a fierce underdog spirit that many fans resonate with, while Ripley has embraced her villainous side, seeking dominance over the women's division. Their contrasting personas could make for a storyline that explores not only physical competition, but also the mental warfare that WWE's superstars often engage in. Only time will tell if Morgan's 5-word message truly marks the beginning of a feud with Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio, but the stage is certainly set. Morgan's fiery spirit and willingness to call out even the most intimidating opponents make her a unique threat to Ripley, who's grown accustomed to dominating her competition. As SmackDown unfolds and WWE's storylines continue to develop, fans will be eagerly watching for any further hints from Morgan or responses from Ripley and Dominik. If Liv Morgan is indeed on a path to return and challenge her former ally, it could mark the beginning of one of WWE's most electrifying rivalries. And for fans, that's a game worth watching.